What if I told you there's a small group of islands in Japan where people routinely live past 100 years old, and they're not just alive, they're thriving? No walkers. No nursing homes. Working in their gardens at 95. Dancing at 102. Scientists have been studying these people for decades. And what they found could completely change the way you think about aging. Welcome to Long Life Hub, evidence-based health for every age. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have 3 science-backed habits you can start today. Okinawa, Japan. A chain of subtropical islands sitting at the southern tip of the country. For most of the 20th century, it was known as something remarkable, a place where people didn't just live long, they lived well. Okinawan women once lived longer than any women on the planet. The island had dramatically lower rates of cancer, heart disease, and dementia compared to Americans. This caught the attention of researchers around the world. In 2005, National Geographic journalist Dan Buettner coined the term Blue Zones, 5 regions on Earth where people consistently lived the longest. Alongside Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Icaria in Greece, and Loma Linda in California, Okinawa became one of the most studied places in the entire world. So what were they doing differently? Scientists identified 3 core secrets. And the good news? Every single one of them is something you can apply, no matter where you live. Please note, the information shared in this video is for educational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice and should never be used as a substitute for professional medical guidance. I'm not a medical doctor, so please always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your diet, lifestyle, or health routine. Long Life Hub does not diagnose, treat, or prescribe. Now let's dive into today's video. Secret number 1 is called Ikigai, pronounced Ikigai. In Japanese, it roughly translates to your reason for getting up in the morning. Your sense of purpose. The thing that makes your life feel meaningful. At least one international study found that people who have a strong sense of purpose in life are at significantly lower risk of death and heart disease. Those who feel purpose tend to have healthier lifestyles overall. Think about that. Purpose, not a drug, not a supplement, purpose is measurably linked to how long you live. In Western cultures, we often tie our sense of purpose almost entirely to our careers. So when retirement comes, many people feel lost, rudderless. And the research shows this has real, physical consequences. But in Okinawa, Ikigai isn't tied to work. It's tied to contribution, to community, to craft. An elderly woman who makes pottery every morning has Ikigai. A man who tends his garden and shares vegetables with neighbors has Ikigai. Here's your action step. Ask yourself, what is something I do that makes me feel alive, useful, or connected? If you can't answer that easily, that's your assignment this week. Start small. Volunteer somewhere. Teach something you know. Pick up a hobby you abandoned years ago. Ikigai doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be yours. Secret number 2 might surprise you. It's not a diet. It's not exercise. It's your friendships. Perhaps the greatest secret of Okinawan longevity is a deep dedication to friends and family. They maintain a powerful social network called a Moai, a lifelong circle of friends that supports people well into old age. The term originated hundreds of years ago as a way for villages to pool financial resources for public projects or emergencies. Today it has evolved into something deeper, a cultural tradition of built-in companionship. Small groups of friends meet regularly, sometimes daily, to share advice, support, and simply be present for each other. Now here's where the science gets powerful. Researchers at Brigham Young University analyzed data from over 300,000 people and found that social isolation is as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that land for a moment. Loneliness kills. Not metaphorically. Biologically. Chronic loneliness raises cortisol, your stress hormone. It increases inflammation. It raises blood pressure and weakens your immune system. The Okinawans didn't have a word for loneliness because they engineered their lives to prevent it. They built connection into their daily routines by default. Your action step: identify your Moai. Who are the 3 to 5 people in your life you feel genuinely supported by? If you can't name them quickly, that's the gap to close. Schedule one recurring gathering. Monthly dinner. Weekly walk. A phone call every Sunday. Consistency is what turns acquaintances into Moai. Secret number 3 is about how Okinawans eat, and it's not just what they eat. It's a philosophy about how much. It's called Hara Hachi, and it means, eat until you are 80% full. Here's the biology behind it. Your brain is approximately 10 to 20 minutes behind your stomach when it comes to registering fullness. So by the time you feel full, you've already eaten more than your body needed. By stopping at 80%, you're actually hitting the right mark. Practicing this principle, the average Okinawan man consumed around 1,800 calories a day, compared to an average American eating closer to 2,500. That's a massive difference over a lifetime, and it shows in everything from body weight to inflammation markers to cancer risk. Their diet itself was also remarkably diverse. Traditional Okinawans typically ate 7 different fruits and vegetables daily and drew from more than 200 different foods and spices regularly throughout the year. Lots of green and yellow vegetables, whole grains, tofu, fish, and legumes. Very little sugar. Very little meat or dairy. Now, you don't need to move to Japan or overhaul your entire diet tomorrow. Here's your simple action step: try Hara Hachi at your next meal. Eat slowly. Put your fork down between bites. And when you start feeling satisfied, not stuffed, stop. Practice it for 1 week and see how you feel. Now, in the spirit of evidence-based health, which is exactly what this channel is built on, I want to be transparent with you about something. In recent years, some researchers have challenged the Blue Zone's data. At the center of this debate is Saul Justin Newman, a senior research fellow at University College London, who suggested that poor historical record-keeping, rather than genuine longevity, may have inflated some of the centenarian numbers. He also pointed out that Okinawa today has the highest BMI of all 47 Japanese prefectures. Younger generations have shifted toward fast food, and the island's longevity rankings have declined significantly in recent decades. So does that mean the whole thing is a myth? Not exactly. A landmark study published in The Gerontologist in December 2025, one of the most respected peer-reviewed journals in aging science, confirmed that Blue Zone's research relies on multiple independent documentary sources, including civil birth records, church archives, genealogical records, military and electoral registries, and in-person interviews. Cases that couldn't be conclusively verified were systematically excluded. The more honest conclusion: the habits of these communities, purpose, connection, and mindful eating, are supported by independent research entirely separate from the Blue Zone's debate. These 3 things work. The science is solid on all 3. What we should be careful about is treating any single culture as a magic formula. Longevity is complex. But the lessons here are real. So let's bring it all together. The 3 secrets from the world's longest-lived people. Number 1, Ikigai. Find your reason to wake up. Protect it. Nurture it. Number 2, Moai. Build your circle. Connection isn't optional. It's biological medicine. Number 3, Hara Hachi, eat until 80% full. Give your body what it needs, not more. None of these cost money. None require a prescription. They just require intention. If you found this valuable, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this information. Subscribe to Long Life Hub for more evidence-based health content every week. And drop in the comments, which of these 3 habits do you already practice, or which one are you going to start? I'll see you in the next one.